We were talking about popping cysts earlier, so
That didn't
there
happen.
is that.
And, you know, having access to needles to help with that, so.
Exactly.
Yep.
But we're not going to continue on that conversation because
Sharing
it makes
needles.
Michael
I
and
mean, we
myself
could.
We're
uncomfortable.
gonna get heroin. I'll get us 2 needles.
So romantic.
Oh boy.
Hey, I gotta sit with 2 spoons.
Yo, couples that shoot up together stay together, okay?
Oh, well, in that case, Alexander, I guess we have a new hobby to take up.
Actually, I think statistically they don't.
True.
Oh, well, how has everyone past, like, what, 5 days been? It's weird, we're doing D&D on
Busy.
Wednesday.
Shockingly. It's
been
very
alright.
busy.
I feel like it's.
Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
fine.
I
Canadian.
nearly dropped an F-bomb. I was very close.
My man,
right.
how dare you drop an F-bomb after I talked about shooting up heroin?
I know.
You know, the real limitations of the American system.
How dare you do it
The
when
TTS.
What's
have
okay and
probably
what's not.
said it
You
3
know?
times last episode.
The TOS.
Meanwhile, I described someone pulling a sword out of someone's throat last episode, and now it's like, oh no, bad words. Calm down, everybody.
There's only so many things we could do here.
It's just mirrors my like webcam flickering.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
I
are
feel
a
like
little
it
bit.
does
I
that
think
from
it's
time
the
to time.
light.
It's
Yeah,
not
I
the
think it might just be
webcam
your
itself,
light,
though.
yeah.
I think it's the light.
Might just be your
No,
light.
is it?
Yeah.
Probably it's a shitty light.
Yeah.
Because it's
They
all about
built it, but
frequencies
they
and stuff.
built the fan in front of the light bulbs, so it goes.
The fan isn't on. That's why I was confused.
Yeah. Well, again, it's probably just the way that the incandescence works. Because I know sometimes that can happen with like when you have
It's
like
the cameras.
cameras.
Yeah, it's the cameras like
The flicker,
Irish.
jumping,
There's-
jumping.
It's like when you try to get a video of like you watching TV, and the TV you can see the lines on the TV
We
because
should
you're
put
getting
the-
it through a second lens.
Well, it's actually like it's the cameras. I believe it's the iOS, so that the shutter is too
Does the ISO affect
like.
that?
I believe so. I don't know if it's ISO or if it's shutter, but like because
mean
the
shutter
camera is like I think too close, like or too open, it might be like
Oh,
it's
like
either
if the
not letting
aperture's
enough
too
light
big?
in. Yeah, it's either not letting enough light in or it's letting in too much that it's like trying to balance it and it's not working.
How did I make it this far? Still not
I
know
went
how
to
a camera
school.
works.
I
Camera.
have a whole
tell you.
book on it if you want.
I know all these
Little-
words. I just don't know if I'm using them correctly when I tell other people. You know.
Camera
Yeah.
has a little hole. It's called an
Yeah.
aperture.
Yeah, the
gets
aperture
bigger
and the
smaller.
shutter speed, and of course you got to get
Much
the
like in,
ISO, the ISO
much-
levels. You know, and, don't even get me started on
ISO
white balance. Ooh.
ISO is
That might actually be a white balance issue, actually.
ISO is only in digital cameras.
Me
Which is
with
most-
2 digital cameras, not knowing anything that's happening.
Basically.
Literally have them sitting right there.
Just
When
click.
when the aperture
do
is
different things.
big,
Yeah, as long as it gets the job done. Just click.
when the aperture is tiny, you're zoomed out.
My family
And
always
the
comes
shutter
to me with
speed.
questions about camera details, and I'm like,
More importantly, is there
Yeah.
any ghosts in here? Oh, oh,
ah!
Put it close to your mic, though.
No
Oh,
ghost in the mic.
that was weird. It,
is that for you right now?
yeah, I don't know what it's detecting. I'm just pointing it up.
Man,
It was on 5 when I first started it.
That was when you first turned it on. It was calibrating. You know.
I don't think it does that though. Okay, maybe it does.
Yeah, it does.
Imagine the ghost is literally like on top of you and it's like, oh no, I gotta
If
go
I put
by.
it over here,
I gotta get out of here.
actually,
I
when
didn't know
put
she was
it
gonna
up to my
turn it on.
computer, it's only 3.
Like, leaning over her, and she's like,
I walk in the room and it starts going crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised
Why not?
if I put it. Oh,
Get those vibes.
Just
I'm a
ghost
3.
vibes.
There'll be a poltergeist.
You're
when
more
you
than
grow
that.
up.
Yeah, you're like
Thanks.
9.5 at least.
At least a 4. At least.
I feel like
Out of 100.
Alexander would make for a good
On the
Peeves.
Richter scale.
Like Peeves from Harry Potter, he would be
I'm
Peeves.
sad this never went off. I want it to in a live stream. It did when I walked in my office the other day, and it kind of freaked me out, but it was probably just me walking.
Yeah, those light up bouncy balls. They're pretty cool.
It's not a bouncy
Okay.
ball. It's just a ball. Yes.
were you yesterday? Cause you're a 10 out of 10.
Hey.
Second.
Because yesterday was 10-10. For those wondering. Because
Yeah.
it's
The
3-11.
grammar of the setup didn't really.
But you know, if you're
Gotcha,
British
Beverly.
today, you could say, "Are
I
you
still
11 out of 10?" 'Cause
appreciated it.
That's today's date.
I appreciated it.
What was
I
that?
liked it. A clap.
Thank
Yeah, that
you.
was me.
Applause.
Sometimes you just need your own applause at the ready, you know?
Exactly.
Ooh.
Thumbs up.
Oh no.
Eyeballs.
Not random Discord buttons.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
It's just
To be fair,
out of
I'm
shot.
surprised you don't use that stuff more considering your background switches.
I know. I only switch my background though, mostly if
Yeah,
it's a
when you're-
funny moment or if I'm leaving.
Mhm.
I can do it more. Wait, enable fun animations.
Oh no.
Oh, is that what these are? That's probably what those
Yeah.
are. There's one that I really want to click, but I shouldn't. It's a personal emote.
Hmm.
Really funny.
Alright.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Do I just have to be minimized? Oh. There's you know, these.
Fix my camera.
This is somebody imitating me.
My name is Mo. Stop it, Bagel, stop it. No bagel, no bagel.
We love Pat.
Yeah.
No bagel,
It's accurate.
bagel.
Legend.
It's so accurate. That's back when Bagel used to be in my office during recordings, that
Yeah,
being
it's
said.
been a while.
But yeah. I don't let them in here that much because they're annoying.
You've seen the other side and now never went back.
Well, it's so nice because they're not going to do anything out there and they have each other to keep them
Right.
company. And
They
if
are
you go out
behaved
there,
now.
you can let them out. Yeah, they're good
They're
doggos.
acclimated.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of nice.
It's really nice.
Sure, Bagel still drags water all over the kitchen floor after taking a single sip of water, but I
That's
feel
for
like
the
that's on
fun.
purpose.
You should get the mat that absorbs water but makes it look like blood for Halloween. And then put
I
it under
thought
their
about
water
it.
bowl.
I thought about it.
I will say warning about that though. When we got my dog a mat because he used to do the same exact thing, he wouldn't touch his food bowl because he's like, "This is not
Oh.
normal.
He doesn't
No,
wanna touch
no
it."
mat, no mat,
No.
no mat." We had to remove it, and then he's like, "Okay, it's safe now. We are good to go."
To be fair,
So-
the only place they could have a mat really is the water thing because we feed them in different spots every day.
Yeah,
Just kind of wherever they are, we just place their bowl in front of them.
just so
They
they know
can't
they
eat.
gotta eat.
Yeah, they can't eat too close to each other either, or they fight. So,
Mm.
Yeah, the other day we
reality
put
of having two
food
female
bowls in the garage
dogs.
though, because we had to, keep them away because we were getting a delivery. They just wouldn't touch their food. Nope, this isn't where we
No.
eat. Not okay. Not happening.
Well, that and like also, I think they've gotten to the point where we have to be in the kitchen with them in order for them to like start eating. Because if like we gave them their food and left the kitchen, they're not gonna eat it.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, most of the time I would say if we leave, that
They
is.
want their dinner time with you. They want to have food with you.
Yeah. it's
That being
just-
said, I wonder if they've eaten their dinner now.
maybe.
I
Maybe
put
not.
it in front of them. I guess they started because I made them start, but then see how far that went.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well-
that's something we should add.
I suppose people came here to watch the world burn.
It's true. It's true.
Hooray!
The fan art.
I wanna
Oh,
watch
with the
the
fans.
world
Yeah, lighter.
burn.
And art too.
I got the
It's
gas.
okay. The nice thing about it being on Wednesday is that fan art's a little lighter with some cool pieces though this week.
True.
So that's okay. That's
So-
not me shading you guys.
know,
It means that
recap.
you guys are awesome considering there's even fan art at all. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Y'all are fast.
I know I've been
Crazy.
sharing around all the
Speedy.
animated ones recently.
Yeah, there's been a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's get this switched over to that screen.
I have a Red Bull ad,
A Red Bull ad.
and it's
You're getting
parrots.
ads?
They're all drinking
That's
Red
a
Bull.
reminder to subscribe because you won't have to deal with ads anymore, and then you also get to support this stream.
Yay!
Now you,
It's not September anymore, but
you gotta,
do
you
it
gotta wait till
anyway.
tomorrow, and my Prime is free again. That's a yikes.
I love you,
Start off with some good
but I find it
wholesomeness.
difficult.
Do you?
Yes, so I say something like, I'm glad we're all here.
Okay.
Good old Milo finding a way to share
I'm
his
glad we're all
feelings.
here.
What I do?
We're
You-
so glad we
The,
did.
the art made you look wholesome. Embrace it.
Okay.
Shut up, be wholesome.
We're so glad you're here too. Squad.
Go on.
Squad.
Are.
Squad.
Ooh. We got our first Aris art.
XQC. I forgot that was there.
Perfect reaction.
Going ham.
It's
Someone's
so
making
wholesome.
a
I
deal.
can't.
Ooh.
In the white, the
good.
scars, all of it. Okay, we got another one of these. Oh, with the masks.
Ooh, I like this one a lot.
Sick.
Oh,
Yeah, this one was
so we
really
got
cool.
some plain masks. We got the walrus. Honestly, I think the walrus is lacking in the tusk department.
Yeah,
we could've
no,
gone bigger.
really good.
It looks a little more mandible-y to me, but
Yeah,
that's okay. I
and
think
there's
it's
True.
definitely some mandible masks going around.
I like it though. It's really cool. I
Yeah.
like the
Like how the
design
hair
on it
poofs
and
out.
stuff.
It's good.
Mhm.
There's text on it, and I didn't even realize that until after. And then I like spent like 20 minutes deciphering it. I was like, I need to know what this says.
What's it say?
What's it say?
It says it's down a little bit, but I think it says like we're still family, right, or something like that.
Mm.
That does make sense.
But I recognized it. I was like, is that draconic? I was like, I need to go look.
Looks up draconic.
Yeah, I was like draconic lettering.
You should have done a roll to see how successful you could translate.
I do love this
Family, no matter what, right?
That's what it
Is what it is. Yeah.
It
I love
looks
how
like
they
a
made the plain
Japanese.
masks look as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Fits real well with the characters and their hair too.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
And that
we
we're on
got?
like the flanking sides.
Yeah, it's
Good
all
position.
very even. Oh no, just this. Wow, this is the tiniest little post. You have to have it like 200 bit.
I put a spoiler warning on it. Why is it not spoiled? Or why is it like?
I
You probably already opened it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah. See, oh,
That's
we
what
got
it
work in
reminded me of.
progress.
Because like all the
The finished one's next.
Mhm.
We got the butterfly.
I
I like it.
That's
Awesome.
snazzy.
Love
Some
the outfit.
different like ideas in my head, and then I saw them say like, I don't know if I'm gonna roll with the color design that was mentioned, and it looks fantastic. Fortunately, the
Right.
character would not mind wearing different colors.
I think it looks awesome.
It's very good. And the wings added, very nice, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And the sword is actually, kind of close to the sword design in mine too. So, very good.
No.
Got cane sword vibes, but really big blade.
That's a lot of butterfly action. That's a crazy mask. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that mask is probably better than what I was thinking.
I was gonna say that mask almost looks like it. I mean, depending on the kind of character, it almost looks like he like killed all these butterflies
Made
and then
them
True.
sewed them all
different
together to
butterflies.
make the mask.
That's funny.
I like how everyone's
Rich people.
interpretation of butterfly was a monarch.
Yeah, that's true.
Ironically, when I wanted to steal the butterfly thing, because that's the first thing I said that I wanted when he asked me what my mask should be, I was also picturing a monarch.
Yeah, she asked, "Oh, can I be a butterfly?" I'm like, that's like one of two things you can't have in the existence of all animals and mythological beasts.
Anemone would have looked real nice
There's
as a
two
butterfly.
that I have in the
okay?
notes that are done. Okay, that's not on the table.
And that's why we chose the stag, and the stag was really cool,
Yeah.
but still, only
That was-
slightly jealous.
Well, of course. I mean, look at them.
I know.
Oh yeah, and of course, just a quick one.
Yeah.
It's cool. The custom sounds.
This is
very
exactly
cool
what I
too.
was imagining.
Oh,
Basically,
any more
Yeah,
issues?
the dragon's like 500 times bigger, but like the
true.
vibe
He
is
definitely
really
had to
cool.
reach up a little bit, but
He does that like fighter like monk
Frame
run, and he
sound.
like hops up and like perches on his chest and then rips the sword out. That would be sick.
all right. Beautiful art, everybody. We love it as always.
Thank you for it all. Good job, guys.
As you all know, we are going to be taking a break from a few of the next sessions. Scheduling's wild, but we'll be back in November, and hopefully we'll have some fun fan art waiting from both this session and just some other stuff you guys might think of doing.
TC.
So, I suppose, without further ado, who's ready for this? Alright.
Let's go.
I will say,
It's me,
I was
Milo.
ready to do the recap myself, but then Kano was just like bragging about how great their notes were for last episode.
Do it. Do it.
Nah,
Do
I want to
it.
hear these notes.
That's That's so funny.
Well, they're overly detailed. I want to make sure I don't forget details later. It's like all the names and everything. It's like a play-by-play.
All right, chat, you get to
Holy
vote.
detail.
Which of us do it? Leave it up to a incorrect democracy. Let's go. Pick
Give it a
whoever.
chance. I've stolen it from like 5 times.
Yikes. Only one vote came in as Kano. Oh, it switched up a little bit. Okay. Poll time? I'm not making an actual
We
poll. It's not that
could.
serious, guys.
True.
It's not that serious.
Got
All right,
1-1.
It's a brief question.
next vote's the one that matters. And it's
He's not
Mitch.
even in the
Just-
list.
I'm not even in the poll.
Mitch can
Be a
do it.
tiebreaker.
Wow.
We need a tiebreaker. Everyone's like, please.
Times
This-
10 vote. My God.
Wow, so it's 11 votes for
That's a
me?
lot.
Oh, gosh, 21
20.
votes for me.
Wow.
Wow.
Crap.
Well, I guess that's that. I guess I do it then. Previously on. I'm not even ready. I don't have the music queued up. I'm not used to this pressure, you know. Previously on Titan's Edge. Our party, after arriving in the lands of Agarica, making their way past the great trees of myrtle and baobab, finding many struggles and forming closer bonds with each other, advanced towards the city of Sequoia, the largest city in the continent, and housing the largest tree. Our party found their own sources of entertainment, found their own sources of struggles, and a few of them worked on some cool items and magic stuff and all kinds of good things that we're gonna see. But even so, they realized the task at hand. There's a lot of places that need help on this continent. And unfortunately, another party of Titan's Watch that they now may be competing with. Not only that, but the spokesperson for this party seems to be competing in a tournament, which several of them have entered and qualified for. After their grueling qualification matches, they were told that they can go to a lovely ball, a masquerade, where identities would be kept secret and fun could be had before the tournament at hand. They made their preparations, learned to dance, decided what they were going to do here. Some took off together, some took off separately, but eventually all ended up in the same place, a massive ballroom with all the other competitors for this tournament. People started entering, walking downstairs, being announced, and it appeared even Anemone had qualified for the tournament, managing to sneak away and succeed on the qualifiers, which surprised much of the party. But that was one of many surprises to come. One of the members, or one of the opponents which had fought in their qualifying match, a large red dragon, happened to wear a gold dragon mask. And they seemed to have some opinions about Rex. They voiced their opinions and moved on for the night until they may have had a spell cast upon them, making them smell like farts to everyone else in the room. Possibly upset them. Possibly they were irritable to begin with. But their night did not go well. Speaking of people whose nights didn't go necessarily well, we had Milo reunite with his brother wearing the mask of a white beetle, trying to start conversations up with Ignatius, only to be interrupted by a belligerent gold dragon. The white beetle went out and found Milo. Eventually it was revealed that they know what's up. There's really only a few paths to get out of this situation. Milo's brother Aris wanted him to return to Sakura, and Milo found it to be reasonable. Now, meanwhile, inside, there was a lot of other things going on. People looking for this mysterious butterfly figure, which, of course, he was chatting up Milo just before that as well. Milo getting all the main character conversations. And eventually, dances were had. We saw a wonderful moment between Ignatius and Anemone on the dance floor. sharing a precious moment before everything became crashing down. The gold dragon pressured Wick into a dance, and Wick agreed, only to help protect Rex in the deadly tournament to come. It only got worse from there, as after they all got some dances, after some disagreements were had, the gold dragon decided to, or not actual gold dragon of course, but the gold dragon mask, decided to make it very clear to the gold dragon known as Rex that he knew who he was, that he was indeed royalty, a prince from the distant land, and made sure to let everyone else in the room know as well of his bloodline, his bounty, how much his safe return would be valued to other people. After revealing the identity of Rex and possibly himself, the butterfly stepped in to intervene, killing the red dragon on the spot and offering his protection to Rex in this moment. Meanwhile, whole party has different levels of how complicated this evening just went. They all eventually return to the Sentinel. Some of them share what exactly happened because they were all in different places at once. And for now, try to find a moment of peace, headed to bed, meditation, or simply staying up all night, trying to figure out what was the next step. As the sun rises on the day of the masquerade tournament, the ball is behind them. Blood is wiped from the ball floor, and our party awakens. So, many of you awake within your own room. What's anyone doing right now after such chaos unfolded?
I'm probably writing a little note in my handbook, scratching out some things. And I would probably change. I think I'm gonna not wear any of like the fabric. I'm gonna put it in my bag, so I won't have any of the skirts on. So it'll just be the normal like black pants, knee-high boots, and then was it a gold? It's either gold or silver breastplate that like they engraved. And they will shorten their hair and put it up into a bun made of like braided hair, just so it's up and out of their face. You know,
Alright.
preparing.
Let's see. Milo, what are you up to right now?
I shouldn't be there.
Oh. Excellent. Then
I should have gone home with Aris instead. So,
you remember him telling you that he'd see you in the morning. So
then I'm waiting.
what you did next is up to you. You could be waiting at the Sentinel. You could be waiting elsewhere.
Yeah, I think I'll be waiting at the table downstairs.
Yeah, I'll have also set up tea and poured everyone a cup for when they wake. Keeping it warm lightly with firebolts and stuff.
Warm.
Yeah. No.
All right. So yeah, you two are in there. Doesn't seem that there's been any food prepared for you this morning necessarily. But there is, of course, blisteringly warm tea.
You know, there's no food out currently, but frankly, I'm not exactly hungry this morning.
I'm not either. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we'll see Giovanni and he'll make some food. I don't know.
In the night prior, how much of the conversation with Aris have you told the others? Or have you kept it to yourselves?
I wouldn't have told anybody.
Yeah, I think I would have gone straight to my room afterwards.
All right. So, the rest of you, unaware of that conversation, wake up after seeing, of course, a gruesome scene on the dance floor. But
Ignatius would probably have gone to sleep sitting on the wall beside Rex's door. He
If
would have been
Iggy is
standing
falling
guard.
asleep there, Anemone's falling asleep there with him, with her head in his lap.
you see these
Outside their
two.
door?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
to protect
like you
Rex.
got like Rex's door here. Ignatius and Enemy would be like right here. Like,
Yeah, right outside
Well,
of
that's
it.
what I mean.
Like,
Like you're in
sitting
the
next to it.
hall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I, before I come down, then if I like exit my room and like see them there, can I like sneak into Anemone's room?
Ooh.
I want to
Yes.
leave something.
Give me a stealth check.
Oh no.
Anemone's just in the hall.
Yeah.
Anemone is a really heavy sleeper. We have
With a
established
passive
this.
perception of like
She is a heavy
14,
sleeper.
But if she's sleeping right now,
She is sleeping right now, probably.
you're able to get in.
Okay.
Anemone, you do awaken, but you just see an empty hallway. Doors shut.
Is Ignatius awake?
He still He probably honestly would have woken up before you, but then go back to sleep because he wouldn't have wanted to disturb you. So he would be still sleeping, yes.
Same with her. She would probably resume her position just where she was laying, but she would probably not go back to sleep necessarily and be like, oh, snap, it's fight day. And think about how nervous she is.
All right, Wick, what are you doing in there?
I want to leave my written in Titan's Watch handbook.
Simple enough. Anywhere specific you'd leave it?
Just on the bed.
All right, will definitely be seen. And yeah, as you leave the room, I think that's when Anemone you notice.
I noticed what coming out of my room.
Yes.
Wick? Oh, did you sleep in there again?
Yes.
Oh.
I did.
Okay. I was a little confused why you were coming out of my room, but that makes sense. Because we had a sleepover that other night and... Well, we slept out here. You know what happened last night?
In what regard? I left after my dance with Rex.
Oh, so you don't know.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Iggy. I was just telling Wick here about what happened last night with Rex.
Oh. Yeah, should definitely want to know.
I think that there are things that I also have to tell you. So, you guys can wake up, get refreshed, and then I will meet you guys downstairs with Milo. Because God knows he's already up.
Okay. I'm gonna wait till Rex wakes up before I leave my post.
I think I'm gonna change out of this ball gown. I just kind of fell asleep in it last night.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
I'll be right back.
I go downstairs.
Anemone heads to her room.
I stay at the base of the door, wearing armor that I totally put on before I went to bed, and I'm sleeping very uncomfortably because I
Very
need to make sure I was ready.
Very bodyguard. Very bodyguard.
To be fair, I did in my head think that Anemone was still wearing the dress before Wick went in there, so
Right.
not metagaming
like-
anything.
No, you're very. That's very
Okay.
fair.
Yeah.
So,
Just to clarify.
Rex, how's your sleep been? What's the state of your room? What's up, buddy?
Well, I haven't slept. I've been up all night. And considering after that whole fiasco, I spent some time with the butterfly alone, talking and discussing things until I returned. Yeah, he's very tired and he hasn't gotten any sleep. He could probably still just be laying on his bed as he gets up. He's still wearing the outfit from the masquerade from the night before. There's dried blood still on his mask, still on the side of his face that he hasn't cleaned. And he kind of just like sluggishly goes to the door to open it.
Yeah, you heard briefly some people speaking outside your door, and you open it to find Ignatius.
Can I
Good
also,
morning, Rex.
when I see Wick come down, can I grab 2 cups of tea and go upstairs? As well?
Sure. Hey, I came down to hang out with you. Bye.
I'm just gonna sit at the table with my own tea, like.
All right, Rex, you emerge. Milo, you basically walk into the scene as the door opens.
Without looking at either of them, I sort of just hand each a cup of tea.
Thanks.
Thanks.
You're going to need a little bit of caffeine to wake up.
Maybe.
I need a lot more where that came from.
I can always make more.
Might be useful.
I should probably find Giovanni and figure out how we can go about things here.
It is maybe there are a few things that are going to be a problem.
Right. I'm not sure if you heard what happened last night, but we're planning to talk with Wick about it downstairs.
I vaguely heard the screams and the crashing, but not the details. I was sort of wrapped up in my own thing, if you will.
Gotcha.
I also got to speak with the butterfly, and I think it's something we should all. It is important.
Likewise.
Yes.
All right. Then I guess you will get going. I'll lead the way. Rex behind me. Milo behind Rex. Flank him, please.
Not going
Okay.
anywhere. I'm
Walk
going.
forward.
Not sure that I'm the best of flank.
As the awkward trio descends down the stairs. Anemone, make me a perception check.
Yeah, I was gonna ask for that. Just to see if she notices the book.
Just because it's there, but you might not be looking in that direction.
Yeah, no, she's definitely trying to get dressed and whatnot.
But, yeah.
She might notice.
You do notice the book there.
I don't think I left the handbook there. I guess she goes and investigates.
Doesn't seem to be your handbook or anything you're familiar with.
I'll flip through the pages, see if there's anything to see.
You open to the first page, and on the first page in tiny cursive lettering it says The Tinkerer. And then as you're flipping through, you don't find anything of note until you get to the page where they talk about how you can't date in Titan's Watch. And that entirety of it has been scratched out, and any major pages ripped out. There is an oleander flower pressed and dried on that page. And in the margin, by the top of where it starts, it says, "Give him hell." And then down further it goes, brick by brick.
I think with the sign of the Tinkerer, she'll know that that was from Wick, I assume. Yeah. So.
I don't believe you know any other tinkerers of any sort.
Yeah. Yeah. I assume so.
Many exist, not in your close friend circle.
I wonder who this could be from.
Is this from goat meal?
Did he find me?
Awkward. Anemone will hold the book. We'll close it first and then hold it close to her chest and maybe even just say thanks, Wick. And put it in her bag for safekeeping. And continue to get dressed, get changed for the day into her typical attire and head downstairs with everyone else.
All right. Does anyone start talking, have any conversations before Anemone arrives?
I don't, but I guess people would notice that my appearance has changed
She has legs.
slightly. I have legs.
My God.
I was a mermaid before.
This explains so much.
Yep.
Alright.
A mermaid in a D&D
I mean, I'm
campaign
sure
would be hard.
I'm sure someone would notice that I'm still wearing the ball outfit. I'm the only one, I think. And I have blood
Sprayed
on me.
blood up the left side of
Yeah,
his
I just
mask
have
and
blood
face.
dried
Fresh
on
from
my
the
face.
splash zone.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mallow's in his summer Elegant form as well. So bright orange.
I think, like would have probably been like, what the hell? When they saw Rex, but like quickly tried to be like, doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out.
And yeah, Anemone walks down the stairs.
Good morning, everyone!
It is
morning.
a morning, that is for sure.
Alright, so it looks like we're all sad. Okay.
Well, we all
Got
have to
it.
talk about. But we're here,
Indeed.
and we're gonna figure this out.
Yes, we are.
Well,
So who starts? You mentioned you had something to say as well, Milo and Wick.
there has
Mainly
been a couple
Milo.
of... Mm-hmm. There has been a couple of developments. I guess I'll break it into good news and bad news. The good news is you do have one less competitor.
Oh, well, yeah, we knew that already.
2 less competitors.
Okay.
X. I remember when we committed a criminal act.
Yes, I remember.
The guard mentioned that my brother was in town, yes?
Correct.
It turns out my brother was one of the fighters in the tournament. Well, he is no longer in the tournament.
Meaning what
That's
exactly?
sudden.
Well, I was leaving the ball last night after having a conversation with the butterfly. A peculiar fellow he is, but I'm sure something we'll get to. And, well, as fate would have it, I suppose, we ran into each other. I'm sure you all remember who the White Beetle was?
That was him?
That was my brother Aris, yes.
Huh. I almost had a conversation with him last night, and I was interested what he had to say.
He is an interesting fellow, that is for sure. He managed to catch Wick and I in the middle of a conversation. However, there are pressing matters that he must attend to. And it is imperative, if you will, that I go with him. Actually, I have been, if you will, I have been arrested.
Oh.
Yes. I was not to set foot back in Agarica, and yet here I am. I thought it would have been fine. But my own hubris has caught up to me.
Well, I'm sorry about that, Milo.
But, that being said, he also gave me some things to think about regarding the tournament. Likewise with the butterfly. I have been pondering it this night. I was able to get my minimum chance in, but no more and no less. I do believe the tournament has no winner. Or it has a winner, it's just not any of us.
Okay. Well, that makes everything that happened with us a lot more interesting, if that's the case.
Yes. It is an interesting turn of events.
Ignatius just looks at Rex.
So,
Yeah.
do you want to explain?
Yeah. And he takes the mask off of his head and places it on the table. He pulls down his hood. And this is the first time everyone has seen his face except for Wick.
Rex has a face?
Yes. Shocking, I know.
I want to go poke his nose. It's real,
Today-
guys.
I guess I should reintroduce myself to everyone. Since that dragonborn said a lot more than he should have.
And Mr. Royalty.
Yeah. And he kind of like stands very proper, which is very out of character for him from the
Grows
journey you
4
guys have
inches.
been. Yeah, it's no longer hunchback in it.
He's no longer Dr. Difference-smirtzing it. He's just like,
Yeah,
He saw a chiropractor.
he's actually not 6'10". He's like 7'4", but due to his hunchback.
All of his muscles inflate.
Yeah.
I was
literally
lying.
mentions I am royalty. Boom, just gets swollen
Yeah, exactly.
for no reason.
It
Literally.
was a curse this whole time.
Not skinny boy anymore.
All
He
he
starts
needs is
talking in a
true
different
love's
voice.
kiss.
Yeah.
Get ready to work.
I will formally introduce myself as the current prince of the Comoria tribe. My name is Augustus Rex. Pleasure to reintroduce myself again.
And then
On
when he
a
slowly raises her
different-
hand.
Level.
You just see Chorik's face go wide, like, whoa.
Yes, Anemone.
Can I call you Augie?
Sure.
Yes.
I feel like that might get confusing because you call me Iggy.
Yeah. He's gonna be Augie.
As long as you don't call me Prince, that's fine.
Augie.
I would still very much prefer if you guys called me Rex, but if you want to call me Augustus
Rexy.
now, that is fine too.
Augustus is too long.
Well, it is my real name.
Okay, Augustus Rex.
Okay, let's not say the whole name.
Okay, Augustus Rex.
That's still the whole name.
Okay. Augustus Rex.
You guys see as Chort gets up and begins walking out of the room.
Where's Chort going?
I'm sure he has a lot to think about, considering he also comes from Infernum's Rest, and probably knows of Rex's tribe, would be my assumption.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Right.
Quite famous over there. For those who were not there last night, the Red Dragonborn wearing gold, I think, was a bit irritated with my presence last night, then decided to explain to not only myself, but to Ignatius and Anemone, and basically everyone else in that room, who I am. So, this entire city is on red alert, looking for a wanted prince. Luckily for me, the butterfly intervened. Gruesomely, might I add, as that Red Dragonborn is no longer with us.
We also found out why the butterfly was so substantially important. He's the Chancellor.
Powerful.
I will say, in all the battles that I've fought over many, many years, I've never seen a sword be ripped out of someone's throat and through their mouth. So that's a new one. But I spent a good amount of the evening with the Chancellor. He ended up giving me this. As I pull out a little token, it is basically a token that will give me protection in this city for as long as I stay here. So that way no one can hunt me, or turn me in, or try to ship me back to Infernum's Rest. However, the moment I leave this area, if we go to any other trees, it's fair game. I will not be protected from outside of this city.
How is a token gonna stop people from killing you? You'd have to pull it out and they could already be slicing your throat.
Well, I'm assuming with the announcement of a prince, most of this town knows what's going on. You don't just have a murder happen in front of hundreds of people and it goes under the rug very quietly. Just know if anyone attempts to attack me, I'll have the town's guards helping me, at least for the moment. Let alone you guys as well.
So how does that work in the tournament then? Because people are supposed to fight you.
Well, that's another thing I discussed with the butterfly. After a lot of thinking, I believe I am dropping out of the tournament.
Really?
Yes.
But you wanted that wish so badly.
Yes. I still do. But a lot has happened within these very short amount of hours. And I've had a lot of time to reflect between the damages I've done, the danger I now present you all with, I've had a lot on my mind. And I realized I could have stopped a lot of this earlier. But here we are.
How so?
And you may not have noticed it when you first looked at Rex. You're probably
away, like, immediately,
too.
So yeah, I was like,
You're probably too busy looking at the dry blood. But you can see his eyes are quite pink. As he was mainly crying most of the evening. So his eyes are a little cloudy.
Do you need a hug?
No.
Oh, never mind.
I realized many things last night. You know, it's not every day you get to see someone die in front of you who nearly looks like you. Yes, he was a Dragonborn, and I've seen many Dragonborn killed over the years. But there's no other gold Dragonborn besides me. And this Dragonborn was wearing full gold. It was like looking in a mirror. As if I was in a different timeline watching my own death in front of me. And it's made me realize a lot of things. A lot of regrets. A lot of words I should have spoken differently. A lot of times I should have walked away from my past. But yet somehow, as much as I try to walk away from it, it keeps always sneaking up from behind me. Whether I do it intentionally or not. I keep saying I want to be different. I keep saying I want to change. I keep saying I want to get away from my previous life. But somehow, some way, that previous life is always with me. Whether it be through my anger, through how I speak, or how I treat others behind the scenes. And he gets up, and he walks over to Ignatius. I want to apologize to you.
For what?
I let my tribe's honor come between our friendship. I was ready to kill you in that tournament if I needed to.
I see.
That could go the same for anyone else in here who was participating. It could have been an Anemone. Could have been Jork. I realize now that the ways of my tribe still lurk inside of me. And I need to get rid of them. That hellish lifestyle that I lived is something I don't want anymore. I've lived it for too long. And I've tried escaping it numerous times over and over again. But when I escaped, it was different than it is now. Back then, I was alone. Now I have all of you. And I realized that I care about you guys way more than my past life. And I'm not willing to sacrifice any of you to get what I want. And he pulls out his ring that he's been holding onto this entire time. This right here is the last piece of my tribe that I have left, besides the scars on my body. This ring will take many more lives if I hold on to it. So I need to destroy it. I want this last part of the tribe to be gone from me, so I can move on and live a better life with all of you. However, I can't destroy this alone. This ring requires a lot of heat. A lot more than I can build. And he kind of looks over at Wick and Milo.
Fire is not something that I have shied away from before.
I figured my 2 favorite arson buddies would want to help with this.
I am not opposed.
Needs to be somewhere safe. Fire can get out of hand, and we probably shouldn't do it in the city.
I figured once we left, we can find an open spot and get rid of this thing for good.
I mean, creating a lot of fire very instantaneously is something I am good at.
I think my flames might be enough. They're not as strong as they used to be, but they still pack a punch.
You're a fire-breathing dragon?
You've seen me breathe fire before.
Yeah, you're right.
And
you didn't have
after...
a face before, to be fair.
I guess.
I didn't know where the fire was coming from.
And also, he's gonna walk over to Wick, who I'm assuming is sitting. And he's just gonna bow. I'm sorry for last night. And he's gonna hold that bow.
Are you gonna stay like that until I say it's okay?
Don't say it's okay.
I will stay like this for as long as it takes. Or if there's anything else that I need to do to make it feel genuine.
Wick will stand up.
Rex is still bowed, not looking up.
They will make them stand up. Thank you for the apology. I want to accept it. I do. But I am teetering. There's been a lot that has put my mind in shambles, as you may know, and they're really only talking to Rex at this point. My emotions get worse and worse every day that I am here. And my mind, it plays so many tricks on me. There are questions and things that I have unanswered, and it will be my mind's undoing if there's any more pain and that. So as long as you stay to that, then it's okay. I accept your apology.
And Rex kind of gives like a, not like a happy smile, but just like a small, like, little nod of a smile.
Wick will address the table. This... finding out that you are no longer going to be competing leaves the question of Iggy and Anemone. I personally am going with Milo no matter what he does. And I hate to say it, and it breaks my heart, because in a similar situation to Rex, I was alone for a very long time. And I don't even remember if I had any friends. Like I said, my mind plays a lot of tricks on me, and I can't always remember the details very well. But seeing the white beetle mask has struck a chord in me that I need answered. So regardless of what happens, I am going with Milo.
I will interject. Since if you are going for my sake, I can handle myself just fine. I will not stop you from coming along with, though. Sakura is a great place for information and knowledge. And you will surely find what you need there. Regardless, I am also glad to hear, Rex, that you are no longer participating in the tournament. Not that I did not have faith in your abilities. I just think there's something that is a bit above us as a group.
I mean, still got a W from it somewhere.
I just don't want the wedge that may or may not be forming to grow. But I want to make my intentions clear with what I said about going with Milo. So.
Anemone will look to Ignatius almost to see what his thoughts are, if he still plans on participating.
And you just see Ignatius very slowly stand from the table, and he looks at everyone and gives a little glance at me, and he says, I need to go for a walk. I will be back soon.
I'll come with you.
You can if you want to, Anemone, but it won't be a very joyous one. So you may make your choice, but I need some time to think on things. Just make sure Rex is safe.
If you want time alone, that's fine. Otherwise, no matter what, I'm here.
He instinctively goes over and reaches and grabs your hand. And he starts moving toward the door, and he doesn't let go. But he doesn't say anything.
She follows suit.
And he'll go out the door and just go for a little walk.
All right. As you both leave, the Sentinel, could you each make me a perception check?
Oh boy.
We love
Oh,
perception
no.
checks. I'm really great at these.
What's out there waiting is what I'm worried about.
It's God.
So, you go out.
I swear.
Paparazzi's ready for us.
Nothing seems strange to you.
Anemone, Ignatius, are you a new couple? How long has this been going on?
What's the relationship
Can
been
you
like?
kiss for the camera, please?
Over here.
Oh, you see everything seeming normal here. Much of the lower city is quite unaffected by what happened at the ball and what's happening at the tournament. Similar scenes, similar sights. Tiny buildings, big old tree.
Good. Depending where we're at, I'll just note that Ignatius would start to walk very slowly a path that would have been along the same way they would have taken to get to the masquerade ball last night. He'd be following the same footsteps they took to make his way towards the gates.
Anemone will stay quiet, curious as to where they're going and what he's up to, but kind of just following along for the ride.
All right. As you guys advance towards the gate, what's everyone else up to? As they walked out, some bombs were dropped. What next?
I am curious, no?
Curious on what?
His answer?
He seems perturbed, to say the least. I don't think I've seen him so at a loss.
Technically, I gave him quite an ultimatum, so...
Yeah, that is a good point. I think a decision was made. I was unprepared for. That is for sure.
Yeah.
And what about you, Rex? I am proud of
Well-
you to begin with. It takes a lot to shed one's past.
More like it was spoken for me, but just reiterated. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't sad you two were leaving, but I'm also not against it.
That is fair.
It's your guys' decision at the end of the day, not mine. If you have to leave to do what you need to do, then go do it.
I mean, you wish to seek freedom, correct?
Of course.
To shed your past self. So you are no longer who you are?
Well, not that I'm no longer who I am, it's just becoming a better version of me.
Let Augustus, Rex. He's just Rex. Do you think the problem being that there is only but one Rex? It is you, correct?
Yeah.
Do you know the best way to shed one's weight?
Food.
Walking. No, usually walking is the best way to shed weight.
Mm.
I'm not saying that you should or should not, but I think if freedom is what you desire, then you do not need a wish to gain it. You do not need some sort of higher being's power to grant you the freedom that you so desire. No?
Well, I mean, I've already gained a bit of that freedom.
Exactly. You have stood here today. You have shed your hidden disguises. You have explained who you are. And you're ready to put the past behind you. It may not be gone for good, But you can at least still atone for it in your own ways.
Yeah.
What I am saying is, Triton's watch is valuable for you. Triton's watch is your true wish to freedom. Because it's going to give you the ability to travel here, there, and everywhere. And trust me, I look forward not to going home.
Yeah, I feel that one.
But I will say, there is this lamb kebabs place in Sakura that is quite good. Or at least I don't eat it because I am vegetarian, but my brother, on the other hand, he used to claim it was his favorite spot.
I'll keep it in mind.
You should. We could use you. And it's better to be together than spending another 10, 20, 50 years alone.
You guys want me to come with you?
That is basically what I am saying, yeah. At least, I mean, I'm not going to make the decision for you, but having another on the journey would not suck, that is for sure. And frankly, if the other two do as well, at least the last walks before I get locked up for good will be fun.
I didn't give the ultimatum for no reason.
Also,
The ultimatum was, I'm going regardless of what you guys say, but you guys can come and drop out of the tournament.
obviously that is up to what Ignatius and Anemone want to do. If their true
That's an
wish
ultimatum.
is from that tournament, then I'm not going to stop them.
Yeah.
I cannot choose to stay or go. But you two can. Savor that freedom, Rex.
Mm.
Oh, and also, if any of those dragon Morn come for you, just give them hell, yeah?
It's gonna be a lot more than Dragonborns, that's for damn sure. Could be some rabbit. Could be a Capricorn. Who knows?
But that's the fun of adventure, no?
Which person's trying to murder me next? Yeah, I guess so. Could be fun. Look,
We're gonna do it to ourselves, frankly.
if the
But,
other
you know.
two don't agree and they want to stay for the tournament, and I think I need some time to think about it.
Yeah.
I would
Well,
rather
let's-
all of us stick together.
Yeah. Well, I do hope the decision is made soon. I hate to be the bearer of bad news once more. But I do not know if my entourage will be here to pick me up.
He can wait.
I'm sure he will try his best not to.
And at that moment, a familiar figure enters the doorway.
No.
Dressed in white, with long white hair and red streaks and highlights going through it.
Oh no,
Almost a
he's
dead
hot.
copy of Milo, but with two different colored eyes and scars all about them.
Did I get a long rest?
You tell me. You had ample time to get a long rest. However, it was
Did
a
you
night.
sleep?
I read. I tried to read from cover to cover. But
Odds aren't looking good.
if I fell asleep, then I fell asleep. Oh. I wasn't trying to like force myself to stay awake. It was just like a, how much can I get through? So, I don't know. I just don't know if I should refresh my stuff.
I'll say no.
Cool.
So, if you want to take benefits of a short rest, by all means, but it's not quite a good restful night.
Okay.
And as the figure steps through the doorway, we'll cut back over to the others. So, you two arrive at the gate leading to the upper city. Seems that a lot of people are trying to pass through to see the tournament as it happens today. Some coming to prepare, some coming early to make sure they get a spot in the stadium. What are you doing?
Well, the crowds are making their way through the gates. Are people coming through unimpeded at this point? Like, are the
It
guards?
seems everyone's
keeping
being
people going in?
checked on their way. There's some lines queuing up. You did see one of the other people from the ball walk by. They had their mask on and were just let by immediately.
That's fair. That's what Iggy said he was thinking as well. So like about, a reasonable distance from the gates. We're not like right on top of them, but we're nearby enough we can see what's going on. Ignatius would stop walking, and he would first, I'm sorry for not saying much up to this point. I was prepared this morning for what happened with Rex. But I wasn't expecting what Milo had to bring. And I wasn't expecting what Wick had to say.
Yeah, I can understand that. A lot of different paths everyone is going right now, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not used to this. Whenever I've been part of Titan's Watch in the past with my previous groups, occasionally people would come and go, but usually be after the mission was done, after we had already taken care of business, and someone would say, oh, it's time for me to go back to my family now, I've got my pay, I can go about something new, and then we'd kind of swap things around, but I've always been part of Titan's Watch, and at the same time, never once have I been in a party with such exceptional people. And I know that whatever choice we have to make together, it's going to test one of those loyalties. We can't have both.
What do you mean?
Well, I know we had a lot going on with the tournament, but the whole reason why I wanted to be in it in the first place was to gain information for Titan's Watch and for our mission that we have to play here in Sequoia. And I know we talked about it briefly, but hadn't really executed anything, but I know we talked about going to the ball, and then, after we were done, we could maybe go sneak over to the tree and ask what was going on. And with everything going on, we just went home. I wanted to make sure Rex was safe, but now if we only have so much we can do, I feel like it's almost even more urgent that we talk to Sequoia, figure out what's happening here so we can figure out if it's worth staying behind while the others go forward. I mean, I say we. I don't mean to include you, I mean me. Because we have a mission to do.
I agree. I mean, that's why I'm here in the first place, is to do the mission. The only reason I got involved in the tournament was because I saw you get hurt, and I wanted to make sure that wouldn't happen again. But if Milo and Wick are leaving to, was it Sakura?
Yeah.
Then we'll just be leaving Sequoia behind, and that doesn't seem right. They need help too. They meaning the tree.
Right.
So I think you have a point, and not just because I want to stay with you, but I want to do the mission. So
He nods and we're stuck in a hard place because unless we can find a way to convince Milo's brother to leave him here, he has no choice but to go. And I don't know about you, but I'm not particularly inclined to want to disrupt the rules of this place. And so I don't want to necessarily, I don't know, plan some assassination and manage to make him safe and all that other jazz. It's not worth it.
I can be very convincing, but I don't know if it's gonna work in this situation.
No.
So,
But what were we gonna say?
what about the tournament then?
Admittedly, I want to take part in the tournament because it seemed interesting and because I wanted Rex to have some fair competition. And also the idea of getting information for Titan's Watch. If we can get what we need from Sequoia, I see no need to stay in this tournament. But if Sequoia can't give us what we need, we also now have an opening to have an opportunity to find the information that we possibly need to fulfill our mission all the better. But again,
Well, sounds like we need to go talk to Sequoia then.
I think so. And the reason I was okay with having you come, he goes into his little folds of things and he pulls out his walrus mask. I have this, and this can be our gate back into the inner city. We can find out how to go to Sequoia. I wanted to do it with the others, but I feel like they'll bring too much attention to us, and they've got a lot going on in their minds. But if you and I go, we have the walkie-talkie that Wick just gave us. We can report back to them what we find.
That's a good point. I didn't bring my mask because it's kind of big and I took off my outfit, but I have my own ways of getting in, so.
That's very true. Well, then, is this a church we're going to make an enemy?
Let's do it.
Okay. Then Ignatius is basically going to start putting his mask on. He's going to pull the walkie-talkie up to his head as he's moving along. And he's just going to say... And he's going to put it away. And he's going to keep walking toward the gates.
And
Now,
then
for
he will have...
clarification, did you say anything, or was it just empty space?
No, he was going to, and then he thought...
Okay, thought so. Just had to be sure.
And then decided not to.
I was gonna say because I was be like, I have it, so I was like, I don't need to shake it to hear what you said, or like.
I feel like. Well, I mean, depending on how you do, I wonder if in his case he puts it up. He almost has it on, and he like waits to see if Rex actually says anything because I don't even know, depending on how far we got, where you guys would have been in your conversation at the time. I'm also assuming you guys are talking currently with, Milo's brother.
Yeah, and it's all dependent on your like knowledge of magic items, but like with sending stones you have to like speak into them, so if you just held it there and didn't say anything, like Rex wouldn't get anything until the first word came through.
Right. You maybe hear a little faint breathing coming through that enters into your mind in certain circumstances.
Is my brain breathing?
It's like if someone butt dials you, you just hear weird murmurs of like random things going through as he's like
the pants rubbing.
And then he just puts it away.
I think it's broken.
But we make our way toward the gate.
All right. So through the gate, I imagine we see emerge a small bird on a jade walrus.
Sure.
I've been training her. She's really talented. Do you want to see her poop on command?
Sure.
Good at it.
When does it happen?
Oh, well, I have to command her to do it first.
Do it on him. Points over to one of the other guards helping someone at the moment.
If you want to, you're welcome to do so. I'm not going to force you.
That's a
Anemone
weird
will
command.
do a little tweet and then go attempt. I don't. She didn't really have any breakfast, but she had, I guess, probably some tea. So that could have gotten things moving.
System.
Tea is
Yeah.
a diuretic.
Can I roll for?
Yeah, roll for bird
Whooping.
bowels.
How? What would I roll?
Like a con roll or something.
Percentile
Is that an
die.
attack roll?
Just
Any
a random
D20,
con?
we'll move on. Yeah.
Nature
Okay,
roll.
we'll just do.
Nature roll.
I think I poop and I think I aim real good.
My God. Marksman.
With a natural 20, good place to spend it.
I'm so glad I had a natural 20 on
A
that.
large bomb
Jesus.
of chalky white spray lands upon the head of this other member of the Butterfly Guard and begins to run down his face.
Anemone never ceases to amaze me.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Your poop became so accurate that it immaculately hits the guard and then bounces all the way across the city and hits Milo's brother right on the face as he enters into the building.
Nat 20 poop.
Anemone
Only an
resumes her spot on Ignatius' shoulder.
Immaculate.
And
Cool.
you
Once we're
guys-
inside,
Tweet.
Go ahead.
I was to say once we're inside, we would Ignatius would start to look for someone who looks like they know what they're doing.
What type of person who looks like they know what they're doing? There's guards.
He's
there's
looking.
Townspeople. There's
Ideally,
shops.
if we're heading closer toward where the ball took place, I guess he's probably looking for signs. Are there any signs pointing to the tree within this part of the city?
I'm gonna say no. However, you can very visibly see the tree because
It's a big tree.
it's over
Large
1,000
tree.
feet tall.
Cool. Then I guess at that
Cool.
point he just walks toward the tree.
Okay. Yeah, and it seems like the main road kind of leads up to there anyway. Straight
Awesome
towards
sauce.
it. All right.
Anemone will wait until things get a little more sparse, I guess, because hopefully people are going more towards the tournament
I could
area.
look in an alley or something like that
Yeah.
too, and give you some
So
room
she
to...
could morph back.
Yeah, without too much trouble, you find a spot. It seems the town is a little more empty than when we previously saw it. Perhaps
All right.
lots of people going to see the first rounds of the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you emerge as yourself.
Boom, blah-doo-doo-doom.
Okay. Well, now that we're in, should we talk to the group before we get to the tree, or after?
I mean, they are probably waiting for our answer, but we don't really have an answer until we talk to the tree, so
Right.
I guess let's go talk to Sequoia.
Okay. We march.
Okay.
Not really. We hold each other's hands as we walk down the street like a cute couple on a mission.
No.
Can each of you make a perception check for me?
Oh boy.
Sure. I love making perception checks. This is my third one
Yeah.
today.
Do you guys realize
Alright.
you're holding hands?
You're actually holding
A
hands
not
with
natural
someone
one.
else.
As it turns
You
out,
lift your
rocks
hand to
don't have
find
nervous.
a foot.
Oh my God.
Ignatius is
Holding
such focused on his
Anemone's
mission and an
form.
enemy. He's like, an enemy, you are so beautiful. I cannot think of anything else but you right now.
As it turns
As you
out,
should.
rocks don't have nerve endings.
Good point.
So as you approach the base of this tree, Anemone, you can see that around what appears to be about a 50-foot perimeter, seems to be a few guards just walking around, and another set of guards on the opposite side.
Ooh, that might be an issue. Iggy,
What?
there's a lot of guards up ahead.
Oh. I didn't notice. Sorry, I got distracted.
Distracted? Now's not the time to be distracted. What were you distracted by?
He goes to his mask and he says, well, maybe it doesn't matter if there are guards because we do have this mask.
True.
I took it off and then now I have it to put back on. Again, they can impress them with my level of recognition.
Maybe just say something along the lines of, you want to talk to the tree for good luck or something. I don't know. I guess I
That's
should
very
turn
good
back into
thinking.
bird.
If you want, or you could be my hype woman and just be there with me.
I suppose, but I kind of want a backup game plan just in case things don't work out. If things don't work out with you, I'll just fly up to one of the top branches. I'm sure I can talk to Sequoia from up there, right?
I think so. That makes sense.
So,
Okay.
hopefully it works out for you, but if it doesn't, I'll get through to Sequoia and see. I guess before I go, what should I ask? What they need help with?
Man, this is now where I'm wishing I'd consulted the group before we did this, but it was the only time we had.
We don't have much time to waste either.
No, we don't. I think we just need to be open and honest with Sequoia and say we're here to help and that we're here for the trees. If Sequoia truly is the biggest of the trees, possibly the most proud, I feel like trying to, I don't know, I'm not one much for building up people's confidence and trying to boost their egos. I think if it's a tree, we just need to cut to the chase, not waste its time.
Sounds good.
You're also the most charismatic of everyone here, so if anyone can get the tree to talk for no reason, I'm sure you can do it.
You think so?
I think so. We're not dealing with Baobab this time. Things should be...
Wise, maybe, but I don't know about... Well, maybe I am charismatic.
You're very likable.
Yeah. Alright, well, I guess I'll birdify myself and don't worry too much about the group. I'm sure they're fine. I mean, if they weren't, they'd probably give us a call on the sending stones.
You know, you're right. That's a very good point, because...
It works both ways.
Very true.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I'll see you on the flip side.
Alright.
Alright, Anemone, you turn into a bird and take off.
Damn it, we don't have signal here.
Dang you! The house is on fire!
I know we just said that we would leave you behind, but we need you to come help us right now.
Ignatius, you go to speak with the guards?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. So meanwhile at the Sentinel...
The house is on fire. Everything's gone horribly
Can we
wrong.
go to Chorik?
Milo and his brother are just standing face to face, staring at each other for 30 minutes straight.
I need to know what Chorik's doing.
silence.
I don't need to know that we're about to
You
die.
don't know where Chorik is. It's...
Ah!
Walked off. He was sad.
You just cut to
Sad
Chorik.
boy
It's like
hours.
He's
those
not a
like
point of view
Family Guy
character.
like cuts. He's back doing parties with Giovanni. They had a morning gig, and he had to go right away, which is actually the reason he left.
Yeah, that's why Giovanni was gone the whole time.
We cut to Chorik.
He's like, Chorik, where were you? And then Chorik's like,
"Hey,
sorry,
Chorik."
I had to talk with the party for a moment, my bad. And he gets his costume on, and
Yeah.
I don't know why I just imagine Chorik in like a suit, like one of those little earphone things with the headphones. He's like on the 405.
Like an agent or whatever.
Yeah, he's like on the 405. He's like, well, Johnny, get them into the office.
yeah. And he's like, go for Chorik. Oh, yeah, right? Okay, I'm on it, yeah.
Giovanni, I told you not to book me on the weekends. I was taking it off. What do you don't yell at me like that.
One day, Giovanni and Chorik
accent
picked up
now.
the
Oh, no.
accent. Exactly.
Got the New Yorker accent.
Yeah. I know. I find them it's the most aggressive.
And he only does it when he's in business form. Every other time, he's just normal Chorik. And then as soon as Giovanni calls him, he's like, hey, what? Get out of here.
Hey, come on.
It's me, Giovanni.
I'm doing magic here.
I'm doing magic here.
Why does Giovanni remind me of the satyr from Hercules?
He is slowly
That's a
becoming more and more
digitation.
Danny DeVito.
That's so what I kind of picture in my mind. Now that you
Yeah.
say that.
When I gave a gnome that voice, I wasn't thinking Danny DeVito, but how wrong could it possibly be?
I think I called him Danny DeVito in the last
Yeah,
sentence.
you did. You did.
You did.
I'm pretty sure.
It's okay, Danny.
Oh my god.
I guess you
What
pressed
a
the
damn
digitation.
Oh my gosh. Yes, keep improving, guys. If you prolong it, if we keep
So
going.
the
Yeah.
white-clad figure walks into the room.
Brother.
Daggers are stared in every one of your directions. Whether icy nor fiery, you're not sure.
We should go bowling. Yes. Great bowling here in Sequoia.
Is this some attempt at a joke?
You know I was never good at jokes.
No.
I hope you're here to
Always.
tell us what time we're leaving.
Of course. Who is ready to leave?
None of
I
us.
have
Come back
where's
later.
my-
Thanks.
back to my bag yet.
I'm afraid myself and Milo will have to be leaving now.
You can wait a little bit. We have some things that we need to do, like pack up. We have a few party members that we're waiting on that went to go run an errand. So how about this?
Are you sure these party members are not off competing in the tournament?
Well, we won't know until they come back, wouldn't we?
Honestly, that is something that we had not considered.
So, how about this? We meet you on the edge of town for like just after sunset or something like that.
Sunset.
I don't know.
No. We will be well on our way much before then.
Oh, you don't want to stop in, you know, make some more tea.
I will gladly
Yeah,
sit and
tea.
enjoy some tea.
I mean,
Perfect.
you always were fond of my tea, no?
Perfect. Sit down then. We'll have tea.
Would you
He goes and sits down. You can see he's of equal large height of Milo. Just about as lanky. But he just seems to carry himself with a little more posture. Sits at the table. Just kind of folds his hands.
Well, I guess while we are here and waiting at some tea, you could do introductions. If you'd like to give your name and your one dream, and we can play two truths and a lie, or two lies and a truth, you know.
Your
there's
social security, your credit card number.
What dream would you like to hear?
I know.
I see you have more than one.
I am
Yours always
pleased
the
to
thing,
meet
no?
all of you. My name is Achis. As you have likely been told, I am the brother of Milo.
Mon frère.
And I seek to bring him to justice.
Mon frère.
I see.
So the rest of you, his companions. That is a lovely name.
Oh, it sounded more like a statement than a question. So, I was agreeing with you. Like, yes, we are companions. Yes. I'm Wick. It's not nice to meet you. I hope you stay a while, though.
Lovely, an attempt at intentional stalling. And what shall I call the phantom wolf?
Well, since last night's fiasco, I'm sure you've heard that I am Augustus Rex, Prince of the Comoria tribe. And good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yes, and I am Milo Nalwan. Not given last name, but I am.
What was it?
Nalwan.
Does not matter, he's not real.
Michael, can you spell it?
Nalwrn.
Nalw.
Nalwarn.
Oh.
I thought you were
An
saying
I?
no one for a moment, a really fancy accent, and I was like, oh, that's great.
Nalwarn. Nalwan.
Not one. It's
No one.
no one in an Australian accent.
No one.
Narwhal.
Nalwarn. Nalwarn.
Not a.
Milo, not one.
I'm nobody,
Darn, why do half the people in the city have to have Australian accents?
Aris, it is not kind of you to forsake the death of Professor Nalwarn.
He is no family of mine.
He was family of mine, so
That does not make him family of mine.
that is fair, I suppose.
You choose your family.
Simply put. Or perhaps the blood runs far, far deeper.
Well, they do say that blood is thicker than water. And Alexia would be able to tell us just how sick it is, huh?
I can see that.
Oh yeah, I stole the blood on my face. Should probably go wash
Blood is
that
also
off.
tastier than
That
water.
is a weird statement to make right now, I'm going to be honest.
Consider it gets on my face.
She goes over and licks Rex's face.
Oh God!
Delicious.
Hey.
Strawberry jam.
It's a vague threat.
So, are your intentions to bring these companions along?
Well, it's kind of a bit of a predicament in it. It is was not my intention, but I figured if they are going to Sakura anyways to fix the tree and help the mother tree.
They think they
Then-
can fix Sakura.
I did hear that there was a large fire there.
Yes. And here you are. The maker of such beautiful flames.
Well, that is such kind words, but you were always much better with fire than I was.
You know they call the one who inflames the tree the white beetle. Hence why I took the mask. Most dangerous criminal in all of Sequoia.
So me, I am the most dangerous criminal in all Sakura.
I cannot say it is not a possibility.
A question for you, my brother. When did exactly the tree burn?
Years ago,
Like how many years ago? Are we talking like a couple of decades?
perhaps.
Because
All
if
I know
I...
is I attempted to track down the one who did this. I did not find them. Traces of their magic over here, up there, from bonsai to baobab. But I did not find them. I was not able to seek revenge for Sakura.
That is quite the problem, and that's something I would definitely like to be of assistance with.
Good. Many
Because
years passed and I had no trace of that magic. Until recently, of course.
Is that so?
As you know, I have quite the affinity to magic of all kinds.
Well... So do I, but I suppose our reasonings are slightly different, huh?
So all I am trying to say is that first thing is since the magic is in Sequoia, I come to Sequoia, I find my long lost brother.
I see, so you are thinking that the person who burnt the tree is... moi.
It is not up to me to pass judgment.
Well, if I could quite remind you, my dearest brother, that I was exiled from this land near 80 years ago.
And yet, here you are, returning without our knowledge. Perhaps you did it before?
Which is crazy, I did intend to send a letter to the Viridia. But unfortunately, I think it was my best interest not to. My dearest neighbor, I hope she is well. But
I suppose we could clear this up. Nice
you
and
think
simple.
it was me? No?
Hmm?
You think it was me that burned the tree?
I think it is a possibility. You say you do not think it was you.
I do not think it was me at all, considering I did not do it. And I've been me the whole time, no?
Then, if you would not allow me to cast simple detect thoughts, you let me know through your heart.
If that is what you so desire, feel free to dig away, huh? You will find nearly but 80 years and stuck deep in the Academy's libraries, no?
Very well. And you feel, at first, what appears to be, the same enchantment of probing into your mind, which you've probably had detect thoughts cast on you before. But this time it's a little different. This time, you feel almost a brain freeze, an icy pain numbing through your head as this occurs. And through what appears to be a windstorm of ice and hail, you hear the voice simply ask, "Are you the White Beetle?"
No. The white beetle, as far to my knowledge, is sitting in front of me.
Did you burn the tree?
I did not burn the tree.
Have you returned to Agarica during your banishment?
I have returned to Agarica, considering my exile was for until my death.
Have you returned before this recent return?
I have not, no.
Your brain begins to thaw out for a moment as the spell passes.
Shove it back in there.
Icicles drip out.
My brain's falling out. Hold on.
Is there a reason that you must do such a painful method of truth
Yes, there
telling
is
now?
such a reason. You are the reason.
I am the reason. Elaborate, please.
Sometimes, even the simplest of magic is uncontrollable. So
it is not by
side
choice
effects
that you do it,
can
huh?
happen. Not since last we spoke.
I don't remember the last time we spoke. It was... Oh, that is right, when they were sending me out of the village.
Of course.
If only I could remember the words you said to me on that day.
If only.
So, did you get what you were looking for?
Yes, he is not the beetle.
Okay, cool. Then does he really need to go back to answer
That
for...
is not his crime.
Okay.
As I was alluding to, his crime is what he did to me.
My crime is disobeying the will of the elders.
Who is
That
he
as well.
answering to then?
The elders.
But he just said that they wanted him to do that. So, like, why does he have to answer for crimes if they're the ones who put him up to the crime?
He is
You
going
seem
to
like
be
you're the one with the
returning
problem.
to Sequoia.
He returned because he's with Titan's Watch. As you can see, as we're in Titan Watch headquarters, he has no choice but to be here because we're trying to save the land that you live in on a consistent basis, actually. So I don't know if you knew that
So
or even
perhaps judgment
thought
will
about
be
it.
gentle.
Cool.
Or
Great.
perhaps he will be sent into an endless sleep, which he can never meditate again or sleep. Never cast his magic. Never enjoys the world.
Well, frankly, if I had to choose, I would not choose that fate for me, huh? Surely, brother, you must
Most would
have
not.
some left in there. I am still family, and as you say, blood is thicker than water.
Far too sick. Far too sick.
Well,
It is time that we get going. Any last attempts at stalling?
I pour them another cup of tea. Our friends aren't back yet, so you can sit and you can wait.
Does he not have some way of speaking to them? How long have you been gone? We learned that in the first years of academy.
it has been, let's see here. Ooh, it has been somewhere along the lines of, I don't know, 80 years since I've seen you.
Okay, they can wait another, 8 hours.
No, I think he is trying to say that I should know how to spend the messaging spells, but I did not focus on that.
Well,
Clearly not.
Well, then that's our little victory then.
Well, I'm sorry, I wasn't born as Mother's favorite sorcerer, huh?
No. You are not.
I like put my arm on his shoulder. I'm just like, looks like you're gonna have to wait then, just a little longer until they get back.
Does no one remember the sending stones?
Not on either
Oh no,
side.
no,
I
I
think
do.
they do.
I'm just purposely.
I think they're deliberately avoiding using it. That's why.
I have it.
Okay.
We
I'm
want to
not
give
using
you
it on
enough
purpose.
time to make your decision without rushing you
Gotcha.
guys.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Both of us are purposely choosing to not use the sending
Yeah,
stones.
I'm
Yeah.
not using it.
Do we call them? No.
I have
Should we
it.
call them?
No.
Yeah, I
And
have
then-
it
and
on
then what's
me.
gonna
I know I
happen is
can call them.
We're
I'm
both
just
going
like,
to choose to do it at the
Okay.
same time, and then it's going to end up canceling the signal, and we're not
Yeah.
going to hear anything.
Damn you, Verizon.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello?
Call me
You're breaking up.
Verizon.
Are you in a tunnel?
Hey, Ryzen.
I want to know more about this like mom's favorite thing because like if I was your guys' mom, you would not be my favorite. Let me just tell you. So I want to know how that came to be. Can you tell me the story of that? Do you sounded like you sounded like you know what dreaming is like?
Are you
Can you tell me
coming
about your
with me or
dreams?
not?
Yeah, later, but I
Brother.
want to know.
I mean, I told you that I intend not to.
I intend to leave now. I could go and
Well-
send for guards to come help. I could give you
Why?
10 more minutes.
Sequoia guards have nothing to do with stuff that happened in Sakura.
And yet
If you
they will
could give
listen
us,
to me.
if you could give Rex 10 minutes to maybe go pack his things. He is a prince after all, huh?
Yeah, you're in the face of royalty right now, buddy. You
That's
better
not-
ease up.
Wait, it is. In the meantime, we can talk about the.
You're saying this as I'm just like this on his shoulder, like really close to him.
Breathing on his neck, being like,
Yeah,
The smell of like ember and like fire.
you can just smell the like crusted blood on his face.
Oh.
Royalty.
Royalty likes to kill now.
Yeah.
You seem like you've been traveling for a really long time. Don't you want to have a break? You seem so moody.
Actually, I think he is the exact opposite, but yeah, this is fair.
He goes and picks up his teacup. Just takes another sip of it after it was
Jeez.
refilled.
It's good tea. See, you
In
don't
the
don't
meantime,
have to rush.
you can always talk about how you are so proficient in all of your spell schools, huh?
Yes, I want to know everything. How did you learn? What is it like? Blah blah blah. And as I do, I want to use those words and have my tinker's tools underneath, just like fidgeting, and I want to cast detect magic.
Okay. Yeah, he starts explaining all kinds of, stuff about how great he is, all the elven nobility, all the excellence of Sakura, all the
I try to look
terribleness.
not annoyed.
Mhm.
I'm like,
You
You
could
give
start
him a
to see.
window to just, let that side of him out a little bit.
You could,
I'll stroke his ego all day.
For the first time, you could also, and I'm not hiding it, you can see Milo genuinely get angry.
He's less so doing this for himself, but more so doing this for Milo. So,
I'm doing it because I want to know what he has on him.
okay. Use detect magic. He definitely has magic on him, both items and within him.
Does it? Hold on. Does it tell me?
How specific do we get here with detect magic?
detect
You can
magic
use an
says
action to use a
what type
faint
of
aura on
magic?
a visible creature. I learn it's School of Magic, and I think I don't know if I get like an outline, like I know what it is, or if I just
Okay.
get an aura. I can put it in the chat.
So something interesting happens here. Could you make me a insight check?
I'm great at those.
Yippee.
So when you try to figure out what type of magic this is, you get, okay, this is evocation magic. That's really strange. She's just sitting here not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
But as you continue trying to read into it, it's a different type of magic every time you look back. So it seems that nothing you're getting off of the spell has any consistency.
Okay. Do I know what they are? Like, is it a sword? Is it a book?
He seems to have a book, a ring, even a robe. Seems to all have some sort of magic ability.
Ring, rope, book. Okay. Cool. Ring, rope.
As he continues talking about all the excellence of his childhood and the position he's been given, especially in the absence of Milo, we'll cut back to the others. So, Ignatius.
Mm-hmm.
You walk up to a guard, huh?
Indeed. I walk up as confidently as I possibly can while still trying to be humble looking. I look assured.
Good evening. How may I help you?
Yes, well, you see, sir, I am currently in the tournament that's to be held very soon.
Good for you. The arena's right down that way. You can't miss it.
Yes, no, I actually have a very interesting favor to ask. I'm sure you've heard it many times before. I want to ask the tree for a blessing before the tournament.
Of course, of course. The stand is right over there. That seems to be the best spot to channel the connection with Sequoia.
Right. Well, is there a way I can get closer?
I'm afraid not.
Why?
The tree's very important to us, very important to our people. Can't let just anyone walk right up to it.
Well, he puffs up and says, I'm not just anyone. I am very strong. And
yes, you're a very strong man in a walrus mask. It's excellent. I like the tusks. Could be bigger.
Thank you. I know. But I worry that I'm worried the confidence that I'll gain from this will not be enough.
Well, simply give it a try.
Well, can you
Sequoia
show me?
Reaches out to you or not? Sure. Come right this way.
Cool.
I'm gonna go, and you see this little raised area, probably about, 30 feet away from the tree. And it has, just a few circles on it where they have little padded cushions and stuff. The guard, goes and kneels on one of these cushions. And just touches the ground.
Okay.
You can see now, or rather, you feel that the ground is just very deep-rooted.
That's fair. So in Ignatius's head, as he's sensing things, he knows that there's definitely terrain there, like the usual earth he'd expect, but it's constantly being interrupted by flesh. Like whatever senses he would get from the rock, if anything, the vibrations are off because there's no consistency. The rock is too separated to be able to make much of any connection. He'll mimic what the guy is doing and attempt to see if he can connect with Sequoia in the way that he's proposing.
Okay, make a... Sorry, buddy. Wisdom check.
Okay. Well, so wisdom check.
Just a regular check.
Okay. Oh, dang. If it was a saving throw, I'd be fine, but no.
No pluses on that, no.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so you reach down. You see a smile crawl across the guard's face. You get nothing. You don't feel any different. You just feel a little silly, just pressing your hand on the ground as they seem to be having some sort of reaction.
I think I might be doing this wrong.
My apologies, are you able to really connect with the earth? With the trees?
Well, I can sometimes connect with the earth. As you can see, I'm a bit more attuned than most people might be, but sitting here I sense absolutely nothing.
Sometimes Sequoia's gifts are not welcomed by all of us.
Well, but I need this blessing, though, for me to enter the tournament. If I can't do it, then...
simply wait until you receive the blessing. For some, that takes days. I've heard it take weeks for others.
But the tournament's happening, like, now.
And many other competitors came the day before, yesterday, some a week ago, to earn their blessings.
Well, can't there be some sort of exception made? I would gladly do something, anything, to possibly get this connection with the tree.
Afraid it's out of my hands. It's up to Sequoia.
I see. Okay.
As I said, this is the
Thank
best
you.
place to channel it. If you can't reach Sequoia from here, you won't be able to from anywhere.
Not even close by to the tree?
No. We're told that the roots all converge around this area.
Interesting. Sorry, I don't know much about the tree. I have done my best to learn by coming here, but I'm still a bit unaware. Well, so then would you propose I stay here for a while and
Stay as long as you
try and
wish.
send something?
Sometime before the first bout begins. Besides what I hear, several people have dropped out. A few will have free rounds.
Good point. Alright, well then I'll... Ignatius will choose to stay and attempt to connect with the tree in different ways.
Anemone, what are you up to?
She probably would have seen Iggy talking with the guard and moving over to the area kind of further away from the tree. Anemone's most recent encounters and growing up, her encounters with Mother Myrtle, she knew she had to be close. So she might just assume that Ignatius is having trouble and go with her previous plan anyway. She would probably, as a bird, fly up, look for one of the more sturdier of branches, I suppose, and
It's a bit of a fly to get up there, but
yeah, I imagine so. She'll probably try and nestle herself up somewhere so she can safely sit and see if she can get any connection with the tree.
yeah, you fly hundreds of feet up. Hundreds.
Thousands, apparently.
Oh, there's probably some limbs poking
Okay,
out
lower
from
branches.
lower than that. But eventually you go to land on one. And for a brief moment your vision goes dark.
Uh-oh.
And you feel weightless. A moment passes, and you feel yourself plummeting. Your vision returns, and you're falling from one of these limbs you tried to land on. You are still a bird, so you're able to regain yourself.
Okay.
But you must have fallen maybe 100 feet without your knowledge.
You almost went splat.
Well, that's not good. Noted. Are sequoia trees poisonous?
Make a nature check.
I guess, yeah, that is something she'll think in her head, so I wonder what the heck that was. Is it poisonous or something?
Not to your knowledge, you're pretty sure they're not.
I don't think it's poisonous. What the heck? Obviously, that's very high up. I think she'll be concerned, but she also wants to help Sequoia. She might go for it again, but on a different branch, and maybe look like below, just make sure there's like some leafage or something that can catch her.
Okay, so
if
you
she
slide
is
towards
to
a
fall.
higher branch with like another branch.
Yes, with
beneath it.
branches under it, with like leaves and stuff, just in case she is to faint or whatever happened again.
Okay. Yeah, you find a good spot with a potential cushiony fall. And similar thing happens. You vision goes dark. You lose track of where you are. Suddenly you're falling, your vision goes dark again. Then you're falling again. You're able to regain yourself, but similar things are happening.
All right. In that case, she'll abort mission, go down semi-close to where Ignatius is, find a private spot, morph back, and meet up with him once again.
There's many buildings around that are, 2 stories high. You could easily go into an alley. Or the tree itself, its trunk is at least, 50 to 100 feet wide. There's plenty of places all around it where guards won't necessarily see you until they patrol to that spot.
Okay.
So,
well,
it will be risky if someone does see you nearby shortly, but...
In that case, I mean, Anemone really wants to find out this information. I suppose she'll land near the tree, trying to be stealthy enough to have the guards not see her.
Okay. Make a stealth check with advantage. You're a bird.
I'm a big bird.
Bird power.
Okay. You seem to think you found a spot where guards aren't looking at the moment.
Right. I guess she'll double check, look both ways before she morphs back to Anemone. And if the coast is clear, she'll do so.
Okay. Yeah. The area looks fairly clear, and you are back at Anemone.
Sequoia. I guess she'll just try and start speaking to the tree. Sequoia, can you hear me? Maybe put her hand on the trunk, kind of nervously. That something is going to happen once again.
Okay. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy. All right.
Ooh.
As you go to press your hand to the tree, your hand kind of seems to go through where you thought you placed it. You're able to catch yourself before you, hand goes too far, but...
Do I, is it like a hologram? Do I know what this is? Is it magic?
It does seem to be some sort of, possibly illusion magic.
All right. Okay. I guess in that case, Anemone got the amount of information she could here. I guess, what is, the current situation of where she is? Is there just...
Yeah, so let's say you're behind the tree. There's, a set of guards that patrols around the full circumference of the tree.
Okay.
And then the other guards are, speaking with Ignatius right now, or watching the other speak with Ignatius.
Gotcha. All right. She will once again return to bird form, fly into a nearby alley, and become Anemone and meet up with Iggy.
Okay. Ignatius, you just can't quite reach this tree.
This isn't working. How is it they heard something, and then I come here and there's nothing. There's literally nothing, and the ground is too broken up to make any sense.
Anemone, at this point, you walk up.
Iggy, what are you doing?
The guard at the base of the tree told me to come over here and put my hand on the earth and listen for the trees. This is where the roots are converging, but I can't feel a single thing. And there's not even any true stone underneath here, so I can't sense anything.
Are there guards nearby?
Yeah, you do see one of them sitting around the edge of this raised platform, just watching Ignatius and now you. The other is still kind of kneeling on the cushion there.
Okay. Anemone will just say, mind if I try?
Of course.
No, not at all.
You can have my spot. And one of the guards gets up for you.
Is this the spot that everyone uses to talk to Sequoia?
This one's my favorite spot, yes. And, of course, this area itself, yes, is the spot everyone uses.
And they get responses?
Some
Sorry,
do,
I'm
some
from
don't.
Mother Myrtle, so this is just
Some
different.
take a very long time. Others get responses right away.
Okay. I would like to give it a try.
Very well.
Anemone will kneel down. She won't say anything aloud, but she'll kind of telepathically try and connect with Sequoia to try and scope what's going on here.
Alright, make a wisdom check.
Just wisdom.
Yep, raw wisdom check.
I got +4, and for what?
You reach out,
It's the other one I got.
try to sense, the presence of Sequoia, and it doesn't seem to respond to you.
I guess she'll turn to Ignatius and the guards and say, what are the other spots people typically use?
Well, here is really the only one lately.
I just mean you are kneeling here. Iggy is feeling the ground. Is that...
There's a few spots here that people choose. They're all basically here. Some of the children like to sit at the front of the platform and kick their feet as they speak to Sequoia.
I see. I guess Anemone will try again, but in a different spot.
Mm-hmm. Move to a different spot, but the same result. As much as you two try, you can't quite connect.
Well, that was awesome. Iggy, I think we should go. Get ready for the tournament.
Right. We have a lot to do.
I mean, much to discuss.
Anyway. Yes. And we will make our way progressively, and Ignatius is going to find somewhere discreet to lead us to where we can discuss what an
Kids?
enemy...
Oh, yeah. That.
Did you find anything?
I think the situation here is a lot worse than we thought.
Okay.
My plan was to go up to the branches to try and connect with Sequoia, but when I tried to land, everything went dark, and I fell probably hundreds of feet, but luckily I was still in bird form and I was able to catch myself, and I tried it second time, to which I also continued to drop hundreds of feet and catch myself eventually. Then it got weirder. I found a spot by the trunk of Sequoia, and I landed stealthily enough that I don't think the guard saw me, and I tried to connect with the tree there. When I went to put my hand on the trunk, it went right through it. I don't think the tree that we see over there right now is Sequoia. I think it's a magic representation, and maybe the reason they have people go where that platform was is because I guess I don't know. Maybe the roots are still working. They're definitely trying to hide something. No one can get up close to the tree, otherwise they're gonna know it's a fake.
No.
But I don't understand, because the other day when I flew by, I didn't see any guards. You would think if they're trying to keep this secret, they would have it guarded 100% of the time, don't you?
No, they would, at least if they're doing their due diligence. Unless, of course, the guards changed with what happened last night. But even then, if that was before everything that happened...
This was before everything. This is when I went to go get my dress. But maybe... Well, no, there were people in the city. What if the whole city is hiding this secret? What if Sequoia isn't even here anymore? Or what if there is a little bit of Sequoia, but... What if the tree is already gone, Ignatius? There's nothing holding the Titan down here if Sequoia's already gone? And Sequoia's the biggest tree on the island.
All right. The thing is, that would have... I'm surprised because even in the time frame that Titan's watch makes its patterns, you would think that a tree doesn't just disappear. There would have had to been something that would have kept it, or someone could have taken it. But even then, how do you take a tree?
But it's just a 1,000-foot tree. Where does it go? Maybe something happened, and I mean, there's no way it just fell. Maybe I just really don't know. Maybe this hologram or whatever it is over top of the real tree to make it look more bigger or whatever than it actually is. I mean,
could be, but then why wouldn't we be able to connect to it? I mean, like we felt. You didn't sense anything. I've been trying to sense something, and like I said, the rocks below the roots are there. At least I think so. The ground is all separated, but I can't tell if they're alive or dead.
And I can't tell if the guards are making up the fact that people claim to hear the tree. I mean, people claim to hear ghosts and stuff too, so I don't know. It seems like the situation here, either way, is a big mystery and a lot worse than we thought.
Right.
With knowing what I know, I don't know if I'm ready to move on to Sakura yet. Not if we need to help Sequoia.
And the tournament's happening today. People who are going...
We could enter the tournament. If we win, we could ask the truth about Sequoia. But from the sounds of it, this tournament's going to be hard to beat.
Very hard.
I already used a lot of my spells too. Iggy, I don't know if I'm equipped to fight, and I don't want you going out there alone.
I know, but if the tree doesn't hold answers for us, there's only one way we can get the answers we need. And our mission's important. And Milo and Wick and Rex can handle themselves.
So, we're staying then?
I think so. And Ignatius goes into his pocket to grab the walkie-talkie.
It's gonna be real awkward for them. We don't have a way to contact
the others.
He's still on the guy's shoulder. We don't got any way to contact at all. There's nothing. Not a damn thing. Sorry.
I said I had no way of
ring. In his pocket.
Hello.
And yeah, you...
The number you tried to reach is unavailable right now.
You see them.
Rex, as they continue their conversation,
trying to be funny.
feel a voice enter your mind.
Oh god.
Hello? Hello?
Night guard?
Ah, you made
Rex, can you hear me? It's Ignatius.
And me, I'm here too. Why does my voice sound so bad?
I don't know. How do you hear your own voice coming through the connection?
I don't know.
There must be some sort of feedback loop.
I was gonna say, am I talking out loud? Probably not. If you said it was in my head.
You have to talk into the stone. It's like a walkie-talkie.
It is literally a phone.
You just immediately from your position, you go in the corner and be like, "What's going on? What's happening?"
Over.
Yeah, I just like slowly move my arm off the guy's shoulders ever so slowly. Just hello.
Hi, Rex.
I'm just staring at the brother.
He just slowly turns towards you.
I had a conversation with him, but yeah, he probably noticed.
He would notice.
Yeah.
Right next to him.
And then Amy and I went to take our walk, and we attempted to meet with Sequoia.
So, how'd it go?
It's
Wild.
a hologram.
Sequoia's not here. At least we think so.
What do you mean it's not here?
I tried to touch the tree, and my hand went through it. It's fake. tree is fake. Over.
I can't sense anything. I tried to sense through the earth anything, and nothing was coming through.
Same. I couldn't get a connection, and I'm really good at connecting with things. But something's going on here, and it's fishy. And Iggy and we want to get to the bottom of it.
So that means you're staying.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have another choice.
I look
If
at
we want to
Wick.
protect Sequoia.
We want to finish the mission here and figure out what's going on with Sequoia. I'm sorry, guys. I wish we could join, and maybe we'll make our way to Sequoia once we figure out what's going on here. But if you have to go, we understand.
Rex has no idea what to say. He's probably got the brother just staring daggers into him.
Pretty much.
Meanwhile, Wick and Milo are like,
What is going on?
So,
Is Milo there?
are your friends staying or leaving with you?
Looks like they're staying.
So everyone is staying then? That is fine.
I suppose we shall be off.
I suppose we shall.
Can't wait like 5 more minutes. They might change their mind.
Did they say why they're staying? We don't hear what they say.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Apparently, Sequoia's not real.
Well, that is quite a bombshell to drop right now, yeah?
We're in the middle of the burning hole.
Does it really matter? It's just us 4.
Is it?
You're still in the
Suddenly go, I'm still here in the back corner.
I thought Torek left.
He left.
shut up, child,
he's
whatever.
Yeah.
Shut up, bartender.
Shut up, tavern goer number 3.
I'm sorry, did you say the tree is what?
Apparently, the tree is not real. Apparently, it's an illusion. And then when he tried to connect with it, tried to touch. Well, apparently, if you go touch it, you'll fall through it.
So, Buzzer,
Like-
I have a question, huh?
We are certainly
Like
going
down?
to go and touch this tree, are we not?
Yes, I think we are going to go touch the tree, yeah. We are elven nobility at the end of the day.
You, and I point to Eris. You wanted to leave.
I immediately put my mouth over Wick's mouth.
We could leave
Hand
as
over-
soon as we
hand
get
over
to
her
the
mouth.
bottom of this, but
Shh.
those things that something this... do your friends usually come up with such nonsense?
No, actually,
well,
frankly,
not really. You'd be surprised, actually.
I'm going to leave us a part where one of my friends had friendship relations with a goat. No, I mean...
And it was neither of us, in case you're wondering.
I mean, we have already prevented Fulminox from sinking into the earth once more, so it is unsurprising. And we have already helped Myrtle and Baobab.
So,
Sequoia-
Remember, we have a job that we're doing. I said that, you know?
Yeah, I was technically here on a job. I was hired by Titan's Watch. And
alright, we can check.
thank God, we may have our differences, but I would not say that you are not a useful ally to have for the time being, huh?
It may not be what you think, but if it is, and this information could, how you say,
Destroys-
destabilize the continent.
Yes, it could it entirely destroys the central government of Sequoia, no?
Don't
Alright,
pretend like you care. You just want to say that you solved the mystery
This
and
is my
stroke
home.
your ego.
This
Is it? Because
uh,
I thought Sakura was your home.
Have you been living in Sequoia, brother?
no, this, not literal.
The
If
entire
something is
continent.
Agarica is his home.
The entire continent in this place, this area.
All I'm hearing is inconsistencies.
Hold on. Also, you were saying that you only once felt the same power that burnt Sakura once here on Sequoia, no? It will take.
Direction?
It will take quite some magical power to burn an entire tree such as Sakura. And the same kind of magical power to create an illusion as large as Sequoia, no?
If it was the same, I would have noticed. Or would I?
If they are good at hiding it.
Then this
Yeah.
could be.
I mean
out
there
of all-
are
out of all of
magic
us here-
civilization here. So it would
Out of
not
all of us
survive
here,
me.
you seem to fit the bill, Mr. Magic Man.
That is my brother. He's not Mr. Magic Man.
Then if we are doing this, let's just do it properly. And he puts on his white beetle
Thank you.
mask.
Was it really necessary? You know what?
I'm gonna go clean my face
I'm
before I
sorry,
leave.
you're not allowed to simply experiment on the tree. So, best to not be seen.
That's a good point. I'll find my mask from the night prior and put it on. Cause it's Grand Chef Aber, huh?
So, does everyone else in the room follow suit?
Yeah, let me wipe the blood off my mask and my face first, and then I
Also,
can go.
This is buying me time for an hour, huh?
I know, that's why I told Wick to shut up.
Hand still over Wick's mouth.
Yeah.
Rex, you should probably let them know that we are on our way as well, huh? And that we've got another friend with us.
Will do. We're bringing company.
Ignatius and Enemy are already walking toward the arena, like forlorn. We've made our choice. We are here. We have to do this. They've like pepped each other up. Like we're gonna. Ignatius is like, I'm gonna fight in this arena battle. I have to get the information I need. And Enemy's like, no, please don't go in there. But I trust you.
Please, please. Ignatius,
like,
we
I
can
must,
be happy.
I
We
must.
can get
And
married.
then
We
just
can
hear
have
the ear Rex
babies.
being
I mean,
like,
what?
we're bringing company.
Oh.
1-800 Titan Circus.
Wait, Rex, what'd you say? You're bringing company? Aren't you going? Are you guys not leaving with Milo?
Well, I'm like trying to do this like kind of quietly, like I'm trying to stay behind like Milo and the brother.
I
I'm
grabbed
kind
the
of,
sending
like,
stone. Milo's not leaving yet.
Why are you taking my stuff?
I'll keep ours.
It's mine. I made it.
Time.
Yeah, but it's in my hand.
Just ready with the walkie-talkie.
At this moment, a portal opens in front of you, Ignatius, and you can see Wick and Rex kind of fall through it almost onto the ground. in front of you.
Oh.
Ow.
Did I not see it?
See what I mean? See what I mean? His is more of a proof and mine is more of a zoom. You know, see what I mean now?
Hi guys,
still
what
Zoom?
happened?
I see like the zoom for the dimension door is way more comfortable.
Mine is just leftover ash and embers. It's not cool.
You are lucky mine was not this time.
I go up to the blue beetle and I
Do not
reach
tell
out
me
my
it
arm to
affects
shake
you.
his
I
hand.
am
Oh, Lord.
no stranger
It's
to
a pleasure
fire.
to see you again, Mr. White Beetle.
I'm just glad he did not open a portal to the Nine Hells, huh?
So, are you serious about what you see, or is this another distraction attempt?
Yeah, what's up with
Well,
Sequoia?
Well, considering they did not know that you were going there, and they left before you arrived. Also, really good at coordinating. I believe Anemone is correct.
Alright, as we pass the guards.
Well, I did it by becoming a bird. I don't know how to get all of you over there.
I mean, I can get one of us over there as well. If you need to, brother, I can take you there.
Or simply how
Just
do
be
we...
careful. When I
Keep
was
the
up in the
guards busy.
branches. Oh, I can be a distraction. I'm just saying, if you get over there, just be careful. I think there's something going on that might be dangerous. It's definitely a hologram or magic or something, but I don't know. I blacked out a little bit and when I tried to land on the branches, so just be careful, okay?
A hologram. Does that mean it moved? Like, did Sequoia move? Because, like, didn't Baobab say that the trees can, like, walk
they can like Bonsai did it. Bonsai scaled the
That's
mountain.
different. You have to
Bonsai is a very
remember,
different tree.
bonsai is a very small tree with not a lot of rootage. A tree like Sequoia is going to have roots that are miles and miles long. They can't just get up and move. Something either happened to Sequoia or Sequoia never existed, which I don't think is possible. But either way, I will go cause a distraction. Don't you guys worry. I am a very good dancer. Also, who's the other person?
That's my brother.
Oh, what's your name?
White beetle.
What? Ooh, what did you say? Achis?
Achis.
I like it. Achis?
It's Aris.
Achis?
It's soft ha.
Ha.
No,
Yeah, you don't need to do
that. That is a very hard ha.
Yes.
Ha.
Aris.
Ha.
Achis.
Aris.
Ach.
Achis.
He.
So the tree.
So the
Yes.
tree.
I'll go make
this
my
way.
distraction.
Wow, you are very distracting indeed.
See? I told you.
She is a master confuser, huh?
And yeah, you approach back towards the tree. Similar patrol of guards moving by.
I will take, I say, Achis, you and I have a plan to keep us plenty of hours to study if we so desire.
Very well.
And we'll walk towards the tree
Okay.
behind them.
So, is anyone doing anything magic-wise or action-wise as they approach the tree?
I wanted to see if I could. I don't know if I'd be able to, because I'm sure it's a very high-level spell. I wanted to see if I could use this spell magic on the tree.
I mean, it's a spell you have. You can certainly try.
Okay.
I think I would just before leaving Titan's Watch, I think I would just put on the male drow persona.
Yeah.
Just to not be seen.
Easy way to cover your identity. Okay. And let's see. You choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range.
Dispel magic.
Okay. Yeah, so you just cast it?
Yeah.
Alright, meanwhile, Anemone, how are you distracting these guards?
I'm going to try and do a performance like I did that one time in the bar. But she doesn't have her magical liquid this time, so it should be interesting. She's just gonna start dancing and carrying on and trying to put on a performance for the lovely guards. I have
Excuse me, do you need any
decided
help?
I want to prove. Oh, I was gonna be in the tournament, but I think I've decided that my true calling is entertainment. So I want to entertain you guys with a little number I like to call Anemone Cha-Cha Slide.
Never heard of such magic before.
You guys can join along with me, and we're going to have a good old time.
Make a beautiful little performance check.
Go to the left,
Or persuasion, whatever you prefer.
Let's see.
No, not
Persuasion.
Cupid Shuffle. Cha-Cha Slide, okay? Calm
I
yourself
have
down.
3 in, or a +3 in both performance and persuasion. So let's go for performance.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, what would it have been if I did persuade? Okay, well, same thing, I guess.
Yikes.
Consistency.
To be fair, I'm not trying to be good. I'm just trying to distract them.
It seems like an awful lot of hopping.
Oh, sorry, I'm a goat. Well, part goat, so it's kind of in my nature. We jump around a lot.
I jump around.
Jump. The other guard looks around. Excuse me! You two approaching the tree? Wait, how many of you are there?
Guys, if they're coming, we book it, huh?
Well,
Another solution. And he like snaps his finger real quick.
You suck, huh?
And you see the guard freeze in place.
Ah.
Oh. That's
Well, I
horrifying.
suppose that is one way to do it.
And catch on fire.
Oh god.
The guard catches on fire. Or he
Yep.
catches on
He's
fire.
Guard
Frozen
catches on
egg
fire.
on fire.
Oh dear.
Ignatius runs over to the guard and throws him into the pool of water by the shrine.
Well, you can do that, and so can I. And I'll clap, and I'll hit will levitate on one of them as well.
How many guards are there?
Now they're not on fire. Now they're drowning.
Well, there's 2 there, but now you see 2 more guards approaching from the other side of the tree.
Guys!
Yep.
Why are you yelling at us? It was him.
No,
He's not even part of our group.
How am I supposed to jump if I'm floating? Is this part of it? Wait!
Oh my
What are you guys doing?
And now we book it.
I suppose we should make these fast.
You can see my other number. It's called the Anemone Cupid Shuffle. To the left, to the left, to the left, to the left.
Yeah, I guess we go.
When Aris and I get to the tree, the base of it,
Yes.
I go, so are we looking to just stay here, or are we trying to go further into the tree, huh?
What do you think?
I mean, we can tell if it's a hologram if we just stick our foot in it, no?
I was gonna say, did my spell do anything?
Yes. As you activate the spell, Dispel Magic, you see as probably about a 10 by 10 chunk of bark on the tree kind of fizzles and vanishes.
Oh no.
Exposing what seems to be more tree underneath. And then as the others get up to the tree, it reappears in place.
Well, we know the tree is definitely not real, but where is the real tree?
Or at least this outer layer.
There was no tree underneath, or there was more tree underneath?
Some more tree.
more.
Yeah, so pretty much like when you
Imagine-
tear bark off a tree, you saw like the trunk.
Or
somewhere
like if you
through it.
cut slice of a cake, and then you put the cake slice back.
Yep.
So does that imply that the tree is there, or that the illusionary magic is making it a whole, like, not hollow tree?
Seems to be at least a not hollow tree.
Should we just walk all the way into it?
You see Aris run up and kind of stick his hand through it. Consider this interesting enough. And he just jumps in.
I'll follow him.
Okay. Anyone else?
I mean, after Ignatius would have doused the guard.
Yeah, they're
who's on
just like
fire in the
still like
water.
stuck in place, eyes just moving left and right.
Yeah, he would have dashed back toward the group, probably making eyes at an enemy, being like, "We should probably just try and get going."
Anemone, assume notices that and runs towards them as well.
All right. Rex, what do you do after dispelling part of the tree?
I guess I'm hopping in.
I guess I go too.
Well, if everyone else is doing it, an enemy, shall we?
At that moment, the hold person spell breaks on the guard, and they crawl out of the water. Wait! What are you doing?
Oh God.
We're going to figure out what you guys are trying to hide.
Yes. Let them know our objective.
And we jump in.
That's
Tell
what
them
you
our
get
plan.
for not liking my dance.
Might as well give him a name and a business card while you're at it.
I might as well look towards the token that I was given from the Chancellor as worthless garbage now. It's not going to help anymore.
Oh, wait, you have the
Anemone
token? You're
grabs
good.
Ignatius'
Yeah, exactly.
hand.
The guard
the
just
Chancellor
screams
likes me.
no as you fall through the wall of the illusion. And you best believe that's where we end in the session.
Oh, damn.
If we're falling, I didn't bring Featherfall, so we're screwed.
I have one more bird left in me, I think.
Yeah, I'll just die. It's all right.
That's okay. I got you, buddy.
What if I use command on myself and I halt myself in fall? Mid-fall.
It's a choice. I'll tell you what happens after the fact, but it's a choice.
It only lasts for like 10 seconds.
That's great. Can you roll 10d6 for me?
Well, that is the conclusion of tonight's session of Titan's Edge.
We have to wait 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I know.
Should have known.
I think it might be more than 2 weeks.
Might be 3.
Yeah, it's through
I think
October.
somebody wasn't here for the 3rd.
We're going back to November 3rd.
So
November 3rd would be 3
3
weeks
from
away.
now.
But I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure somebody's not available for the 3rd, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
so.
that's correct. I believe I'm not available that day.
And I'm assuming we want the full squad for this new adventure
It
of
would be
jumping into the
nice.
tree.
Yeah, that would be nice.
We'll see. We can always try and plan a different day as well. Possibly.
We could also just force you to show up.
We can also just
You
never
can't-
come back again. We're
you can't
never
force
going to
me. I
have
literally
another
have to be
D&D
at a
campaign.
theater
You guys are
directing a
just gonna
show.
have a.
Okay, you can play D&D and act at the same time. It's fine.
I'm not acting in it. I'm having to make the show happen. I'm a director for the show, so I have
so you
to
can
be like,
multitask.
on call
Yeah, you can
doing
multitask, easy.
things.
You can direct while also, letting us know
Quite
what
literally
you're rolling.
running sound. You hear in the back of a quiet auditorium being like,
Are you ready
and
to
then I miss
have
like
trouble?
5 cues.
What?
That would be what you hear in the back of the auditorium. I'm just.
Just put us near the microphone. It'll be fine.
Mhm.
We'll play
Nothing could
D&D while
possibly
there's a
go
play
wrong.
going on or a
The
music.
play
Yes.
is us doing
Yeah,
D&D. You just put
exactly.
your computer on like a stool with a
I
microphone.
don't think the 40 children in this show would appreciate that.
Screw the crotch goblins.
So
I'm kidding.
anyway, hopefully we'll be back in like 3-ish weeks, or we just won't come back until 2024. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I hope not.
or 2025.
Yeah.
No, I will cry.
2028.
Watch never continued.
2030.
I'll
As
just be like,
I said at the beginning of this to these people, 30 is the highest number I think I've hit in a single campaign. I did like 2 seasons of another one, but
we're gonna aim for 40 and 50
Exactly.
and
It's
60.
a good stopping point if it all goes
Yeah.
wrong
Nah.
from here.
Yeah, and then we just
You
never
just literally end everything.
Yeah, we just
No,
never meet
I
up again.
will like pester the hell out of Alexander. I'll be like, give me all your DM stuff. I will do it myself. Ah,
Yeah, you walk through the tree and die. I don't know.
no.
New
Spike
party,
trip.
new party.
Ooh.
We still the other side though. You can't do anything wrong with that. We still have other options.
Yeah, just start playing
Can't
on
do
my
built it
anything
in.
wrong
all
with
the
it.
characters.
Yeah, fail
They all
safe, fail
die?
safe.
Sure.
This
You
whole
can never
thing
end
has
this
just been
campaign.
Wick's imagination, and they've been playing every character themselves. Like it's just their own
All a
imagination.
dream.
Ah, Eddie. Ah, hello, Eddie. Oh, hi, Rex. Oh,
Ending is.
I am the prince of.
Why do I sound like Cookie Monster?
I am the prince of the
Can't do a
cookies.
deep voice.
Nom, 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 nom.
What's Milo's
Hello,
puppet sound like?
it is me, and I love like a
Oh, the
French boy.
poo-poo. I am the Milo. Is he?
Is the poo-poo.
Why does this
Oh,
puppet have a
it's
tiny
cool.
mustache? He doesn't have a
I
beard.
am the big brother of my law.
Yes,
I am
you-
a handsome
My
devil.
gosh. Hello.
He thinks it's
I'm I am psychotic. I had kissy time with a goat.
Bah, bah, I am goat milk. Bah.
Hello, it is me. I am so righteous. Oh my gosh,
I am so handsome.
Look at my muscles.
Let me flex on you.
Did he just cut us out on all this? I see that screen.
Boobs, 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 boobs.
We were cut off.